Well, good morning, Big Kubota. Let's get you ready.
All right, finally out here. It took a while to get our double disc gang hooked up. I'm missing some nuts and bolts, and so things take a little longer. I'm gonna get this area worked up. It's a couple acres, and then in a weekend or two, I'll get this planted all into corn. So I'm just doing some prep work and working it over. This is really one of the only fields up here I like to disc and work. So let's put this tractor to work and see what we can break today. Oh yeah, look at that. We need a higher gear. All right, we're back out in the northwest corner. We got our old field harrow here, cultivator, I don't know what, spring tooth harrow, that's what it's called. And I'm gonna drag it around, kind of level this off a little bit, do a little bit of final prep, and the next thing we'll do is put some corn in here. So let's drag this thing through and see if we can level this off a little bit. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bear on the other side of the field. A small bear. Oh my gosh. Oh, where's his mama? A little bear over there, a bear cub. Oh. All right. That was fun. All right, this is beautiful Roundup Ready corn seed, and this is about 2 acres. This planter is probably an 80s era, part of a 80s era 30-row corn planter from somewhere in the Midwest. And there's a group that buys those huge planters that are like 60 feet wide, and they chop them up and they replace some parts, and they make these units that are really good for planting small acreage, and that's all I really want to do. Each of these rows plants a row of corn. This there is a metering device in here that plants 1 seed approximately every 7 inches forward and approximately 1.5 inches, 2 inches down. This is pretty light soil, so I tend to plant it a little bit deeper. This planter also has a fertilizer hopper, and the fertilizer comes out just to the side of the seed row. It's called side dressing, and yeah, that's what this is for. So we've got it all adjusted. I haven't put it in the ground yet. I'm about to do that, and we will start planting. Pretty cool. As I pulled into this area, there was a bear cub right on the other side over there. I'm not armed. I don't know if Mama's around. I can almost guarantee they won't bother me, but it was pretty cool to see. I don't know, he's maybe 80, 100 pounds. He's pretty small as bear go, but I've never picked one up, so I'm not really sure. All right, let's get some seed in the ground. Look at that. That one right there. It is. They are. They're 2 inches deep. They're perfect. All right. Beautiful. All right, it's working. The planter's adjusted nicely. Everything looks nice and level, and I don't see much in the way of seed laying on top of the surface, so I'm gonna go with it. I need to bust this out before it starts raining on me, so I'm gonna set the camera down, do a little time lapse, and maybe some drone shots. We'll get some of this seed in the ground here. Yeah, I'm guessing that might be Mama Bear there. Oh. All right, well, there are bears over here, so probably shouldn't hang out too long. The 2 acres is planted in corn. I think this was supposed to be 14-day corn. So let's check back in 14 days.
It's really pretty cool. I didn't grow up doing this stuff. I had to learn it. Just seek out information. It's pretty cool. It really is. It's pretty cool. All right. That's it. That's the whole video. I'm gonna go find other things to do. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.